This is a 9th age battle. We've swapped places so the normal High Elf player is playing the Wood Elves in an updated army after the tournament. The Wood Elves did well in the tournament, but point-wise they didn't quite get their tactics fulfilled. Now we're trying again here. The Wood Elves deploy second, the High Elf castle up, doing the first deployment, and we'll be filming from the High Elf point of view today. This is the castle which the Highborn elves have built throughout their ages of wisdom, music, culture, and dire battle. Preparation for, at least, dire battle. There are 3 forests in the center of the battle, and it's a breakthrough objective. So the Wood Elves will be coming out of the forests towards the castle of the Highborn elves. Can the higher elves defend their stance, or will the Wood Elves rush them? Every vanguard has been moved, the forest rangers come up, the fast cav meet each other on the middle, including the Kestrel Knights, for a skirmish before the battle. The High Elves go first. Now how much can they pick off with their shooting before the enemy comes into the castle and knocks on the castle gate? On the first turn, the castle stands. The Highborn elves still hold the castle on their first turn. A big surprise?
Very surprising that when the Sylvan elves haven't had their first turn, but...
The forest rangers are the ones who have had any casualties from shooting, mostly from the archers. A couple of single bolts against the dragon from bolt rovers failed to hit. These Reavers shot down a couple of wild huntsmen, and that was the first round. Now the Highborn elves still feel safe in their castle, having fired off the first volley, but they haven't done quite enough damage, despite the fact that the Wood Elves were bad on armor saves. Highborn elves, turn 1 now. How will they advance? That's what it all stands on. Will the castle fall? That is what it all rests on. And the Highborn elves sing their high songs in the mountain home and wait for the enemy. Their advance, it's what it all rests on. It's called rests on. That's it, right.
Port filming.
The Highborn elf player is getting so much heavy headwind that he started to highlight the High Elves, which had a kind of scaly green armor. So he needed to highlight it with some more mithril, silver, and even white in it. Yeah, the Highborn elves have to look representable. Now, the Sylvan elves chose to take advantage of their movement, charging 2 units of Elein Reavers. They caught both the Reaver units right here, one with a unit of Glade Riders and with Forest Rangers. So they caught them and destroyed them, and wound up in a position opposite the White Lions.
And the Highborn elf player did not, forgot to take a panic test on the White Lions.
The White Lions need to take a panic test right now. They might not be in a good position anyway.
Yep.
Yes, they're standing there. The Kestrels shot down 3 wounds of a bolt thrower, and the Spearman and Dragon and Wild Huntsman in the rear are angling up to countercharge if the White Lions take advantage of the offensive Forest Rangers. And of course the whole bunch of the Sylvan Elf army is high up, but the movement is very important here. The magic face gave the archers on this flank -1 to hit. Now it's Sylvan Elf turn. Highborn Elf turn 2. The White Lions, who charged the Forest Rangers, had the Prince in their midst, and it did 4 times 2, that is 8 hits and 8 wounds with Spear of the Blazing Dawn. So with the White Lions striking and killing 16 or something, they killed 10. They killed 10.
Yes.
They killed all 18 Forest Rangers. The White Lions did 12 wounds, and the Prince 8. So they did everything right, decimating their hardest opponent here. And they'll be reforming to face the Sylvan Elves. That was an important strike for the Highborn Elves, who have done some strategic errors, what one would have called them. The castling was not perfect, particularly this bolt trover right here. I don't know what we think about this impassable terrain. The flank of the bolt trover. The regular Highborn Elf player had a good laugh. Let's just put it like that.
But he's not laughing any longer.
No, I'm laughing now.
Det blir flank, charge bolt thrower. Faktisk charge bolt thrower. Gjør sikte på overrun og charge de inn der. Okay.
The Sylvan Elves are now planning their turn 2 charges.
Charge.
They're charging into the White Lions there, with Wild Huntsmen and Forest Rangers.
Charge reaction.
They choose to stand.
Charge front.
Yep.
Charge flank.
And these Kestrels are charging the flank of...
No, the Prince.
The Prince is charging the flank of these White Lions as well, so they'll get a tough battle. And the White Lions choose to stand. They look like Swordmasters, but they're White Lions.
The Kestrels, this Kestrel unit charge the right bolt thrower.
With 1 wound left. So the bolt throwers are history.
And the Kestrel Knights here decide to charge these Elein Reavers.
They charge the Reavers. Now the Reavers
will need to flee through the impassable terrain and cause panic checks to the bolt thrower and arch unit if they decide to flee.
So they stand and shoot. The central battle here, where the White Lions took a magic move with Raven's Wing to place themselves in defense of the general's unit, got charged by the Shapeshifter. The Shapeshifter did 7 wounds maximum. The Wild Huntsman did a lot of wounds, and the Forest Rangers did as well. Before the White Lions could strike back, the White Lions were down from 29 to just 10 White Lions left. And they failed their fear test against the Shapeshifter. They had Entwining Roots cast on them.
No, you dispel that. But
Entwining Roots was dispelled.
They had the Healing Waters at least.
But the Forest Guards had Healing Waters and only lost 3 or 4.
4, but we forgot to take that save actually.
Yeah, the Healing Waters saved 2. So only 2 Forest Rangers fell. And
29 Lion Guards died.
The last 9 fled from the battle and were caught by the Wild Huntsman. So the magic move was quite a puzzling move. It disoriented everyone on the battlefield and made the battle in the favor of the Sylvan Elves. Now here they are, pushing with their ambushing Heath Riders coming in from behind. And the other Kestrel Knights killed one bolt thrower, overrunning into the other. So it looks like the Sylvan Elf strategy is working out. Despite the fact that the dragon did not have a good role, maybe?
It hasn't done so much now, but it's threatening the archers in turn 2.
With the Queen's Companion?
Yeah, so it's turn 3, yeah. So it's doing alright.
The Highborn Elves were routed after round 2 and forfeited the battle without moving a single model or casting a single die in round 3. It was a super effective assault by the Sylvan Elves. The dragon was a discussion point. Did it function well or not? I, as a Sylvan Elf player, think it did.
And I also think so.
Yeah. After a bit of criticism, we came to the fact that the dragon was an effective piece. and we think the White Lions were not very good against the Sylvan Elves. We would have preferred Swordmasters, particularly me playing them right now. Other than that, the Forest Rangers were kind of sacrificed as they moved up alone, and maybe not the best synergy in moving up the units, but that's because there's a lot more potential in the vanguarding and placement. But now we'll see a new battle with a new Highborn Elf army.